Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, Wards and Wardens. Alright, so in today's episode, we're going to be fighting this rebellion, and then building up a bit of a war chest. And then once we're done, putting the rebellion down, earning a little bit of money here, we're going to go ahead and declare war for this title here, which if you guys recall, we lost these two counties after we lost the Imperial title. Not entirely sure why that happened. Honestly, it kind of feels like a bug because there's really no reason that we should have lost those. But they're rightfully part of our kingdom, so we can declare war to get them back. And it's going to be a really quick, easy conflict. He does not have a lot of troops. He doesn't have any allies. This is interesting. El Cid is offering his services to us. The famous knight in Iberia here, historical knight. He's very old at this point. I suppose he's still pretty good, though, despite the old age, 59 years old. There's really no reason not to employ him. Well, I suppose there's the gold cost. But yeah, he hasn't gotten married or have any children. Doesn't have any titles. Poor guy. So has not been as accomplished as he was historically. But yeah, we'll pay him even though we don't really have the money for that. Why not? Such a famous knight. We'll bring him into our court. But we will not make him our marshal since we already have a marshal here. So our cousin was actually just taken prisoner in some siege. I'm not entirely sure which conflict he's in. Okay, so Liberty War. It's nothing too major here. And of course, we also got our sister in our court, asked for her to come here because we're going to go ahead and have her go to the church, ask her to take the vows here. So we kind of built her out to do this. She has a good number of traits that make her want to join the church. She has that learning education as well. But what happened is she left our court when our father died, and so we just never did it when she came of age. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and have her become a nun, which will help us increase opinion with both the Pope and the Prince Bishop Udo, who we really need to get his opinion up. That's a big reason why we're having financial problems right now, guys, because he does not endorse us. And so therefore we're not getting the taxes and the levies from the church, and so that's hurting us. So boosting his opinion would be worth it. So we'll do that. And then also looks like we did not find any secrets at Duke Gerard's court. We can fabricate a hook on this character here. Just some random courtier. Yeah, I really don't need to do that. That's not worth the value there. So we'll just increase opinion with her. Our aunt was imprisoned as well, the Princess of Fashion. Okay, so it's probably in that same siege there. And got a penalty because we're in debt. So one thing I did forget to do is I wanted to go ahead and set up an alliance with the Duke Arnulf here. Remember, he is set up to marry our sister, and so therefore we can ally with him. He's one of the more powerful nobles in our realm, so it makes a lot of sense to get this alliance. So therefore it's not just when he comes of age that he might join the faction. He'll never be able to join a faction. Apparently we're being raided right now. I think this is because of this conflict here. Okay. That's over here. So that's not impacting us, that's impacting our liege. So yeah, she did join as we expected she would. Again, it's just like a really good fit for her. And we got our ally in Duke Arnulf. Alright, excellent. So he won't be able to join factions. So that kind of eliminated, at least for the rest of our life, most likely, since she's much younger than us. But yeah, that eliminated a very powerful vassal from rebelling against us. So if you guys recalled, I talked about creating up that hybrid culture, and the Knights Templar have been established. But we're going to wait until either we're better liked or more feared, because as we had looked at before, here's that rebellion. So we're going to go ahead and fight it out. So we'll have to rally the troops. See exactly where that is. Is that over here? That is over here. It's not a large rebellion, shouldn't be too much work to put down. We'll probably just raise up the men-at-arms. But as we saw before, when we last looked at this, we're not going to have a lot of our vassals. Oops, I selected the religion there instead of the culture. We're not going to have a lot of vassals join us in this. And now it's just one. It used to be two. And now it's just the one here. There's several that are close, though. Even the Prince Bishop here, who doesn't like us that much, is willing to join him. I guess he didn't hate us that much. It's gotten a lot better. But you can see that some of them are pretty close. And so we just need to boost their opinion some. So either make them like us more or make them fear us more, because that also helps make it likely that they'll join you in this. So again, we're just not very far from getting all these vassals from joining us into converting that hybrid culture. So I think it's worth waiting, because eventually we'll become more liked just in time as you do certain events, and of course as we lose that short reign penalty. We'll keep on looking for secrets, but no luck on finding secrets on the Duke there. Alright, so they were going to attack us, but they decided not to. So let's go and attack them and get them destroyed. We have 4,000 men-at-arms. That's not a bad number of men-at-arms there. So serene waters, probably safe. It's rare enough for me to have some time alone in Nancy, but it does happen. Relatively alone, that is. My minders are within earshot, but far enough away to give me a little space as I ride through my lands. For a time I stop beside a lake, a secluded spot. I don't think I've ridden through here before. It's peaceful. The waters clearly run deep, though slight whirls and eddies on the surface suggest they drain towards something larger nearby. Perhaps I'll hop in back here soon. So surely worth a visit. A nice spot this. I don't think I've seen that event before. Alright, so got this little quick victory here. And it wasn't a large rebellion that we needed to put down here, as that allows us to arrest this character here. He's an okay knight. I don't know, he's a rebel. Also, he's a Muslim. And as a Christian, we probably just execute this guy, honestly. Not torture, there's no reason to do that, no benefits. And again, while we talked about, well, we're callous, we're not sadistic, as we don't just torture people. So yeah, we'll just probably execute him. He doesn't have any money to ransom, so there's really no other thing to do with him. Alright, so let's go ahead and disband all of our troops. They're still raised up right now. I'm assuming that's because of this artifact, the artifact claymore. So yeah, let's go and disband those. And so now we could do a war if we had a war chest. So we're going to have to raise up one, because you saw how much money we were losing with just the men-at-arms raised, which is probably all we'll need for this conflict, because, you know, he has a real small army here. Alright, so unfortunately, it looks like we got a blackmail event. He knows about our attempt to murder the Prince Bishop. That's very unfortunate. Everybody found out about that. So we're already being blackmailed by Udo himself. Yeah, because when he died, then, which hopefully should happen soon, then it's no longer that much of a problem. He has a hook, but now you're going to have a mayor have a hook on you. I don't know what he would even do with that. But if everybody's going to find out about this, it's like, eventually we're just going to need to decline, right? I mean, we'll accept for now because it's just a mayor. I don't know what he'd even do with that hook. But these are strong hooks. We can't just keep giving these out to everybody over this one attempt, this failed attempt here. So yeah, very unfortunate situation there. Might just have to let it be revealed. But even she fears me. This is our wife, so she fears us. So her hand trembles beneath mine. As I reach to stroke her cheek, she flinches away. Oh no, our soulmates. Even she fears us. She tells me what strange things people say about me. Frightening things. She wonders which of them are true. We haven't even done that many bad things. I think this is just like a dread event, because our dread is pretty high right now. They don't know half the things I've done, so we can whisper secrets in her ear, and she'll learn of our murder secret. Now that'll gain us some dread and intrigue lifestyle experience points, so it's helpful. But we scare our wife, and we're spreading our secrets. So I don't know if that's a good idea. Is this something we would do though? Probably not. We're not exactly the most honest person. Because everything I do is to protect you. Yeah, as Cal's character, probably wouldn't do that. Though it is a lie, you could just tell her a lie, I suppose. Though who can say how she'll react to that? Could be quite negatively. We could say who specifically says these things. I want names. This is an intrigue challenge which we'll most likely succeed in. We'll gain 100 intrigue lifestyle experience points, some more dread, and she'll lose opinion of us. Or just smile and walk away. I don't know, maybe it's like a wrathful character you'd want to know. You'd get angry about this, perhaps. Yeah, let's do this one. I think it fits our character the most. 97% chance that she will. So our guards round up the gossips. And we did lose opinion with her, but it's still very high. Got that 100 intrigue, experience points, and more dread. So dread is now at 96. So let's just take a look at this point what the hybrid culture would look like. You can see you're already getting the terrified bonus here, so I think we were already getting that. Now, there might be some characters that weren't already afraid of us, but yeah, looks like we're already getting that bonus, guys. Now with this high dread, it does mean that very few people, I mean, you just look at our vassals there, many of them are quite terrified of us. Very few of them are going to be willing to act against us. Let me just take a look at probably the main threat here. He's intimidated. I mean, our dread is incredibly high at this moment. Let's go and speed this up. It looks like we again got the chance. Is this the same character? It's not the same character, it's a different one. It's the antiquarian, but yeah, again got a chance to spend the money to get the strong hook, which we do not want to do. Now I did want to take a look. Oh, looks like we got something here, events. But I did want to take a look at that faction that we have against our liege. I'm just kind of curious if anybody else joined it. Okay, so Piedmont has joined. That's interesting. So we could easily send in the ultimatum if we wanted to. I'm not entirely sure if we're even gonna rebel yet. Some people in the comments said we shouldn't because they're worried about border gore. I'm not really worried about that, honestly, because you know, it'll break out us, but you can see you already have several duchies that have broken away. And so yeah, these guys are gonna break away too. That actually makes it look better, in my opinion, because it kind of connects all the independent ones here. You have wars, and I'm sure they're gonna combine those. Yeah, we separate here, and I guess it caused some problems here, but I'm not really worried about border gore because we would expand and make our kingdom larger. So I'm not worried about that. I don't think that's a good reason not to rebel. I think there would need to be some type of actual mechanical or roleplay reason for not rebelling, and some people put a few forward, and some people think we should rebel. As of right now, though, I think we're going to stay as is. We got a lot of other things we could work on, like that war, if we can earn some money for it. Because yeah, I don't think the Emperor's just going to give in to us. We'll most likely have to fight him. Let me just take a look how many troops he has. He doesn't have much. He does have an ally now, but yeah, it's just a count. And he's still fighting in a losing war against the Hungarians here over this artifact, so it's not like a big deal or anything, but yeah. I don't think he'd be able to defeat us if we wanted to rebel. It'd probably be a, you know, wouldn't be a difficult war, but it'd be a little bit longer conflict since he does have a couple thousand troops. We'll just have to see what he does. He might have money. He is the Emperor still, so he does get all those taxes. Maybe he'll be able to raise up some mercenaries. We got an event about these knights here. A healthy rivalry. Oh, that's interesting. So El Cid Rodrigo here is already causing problems with one of our acclaimed knights. So he's considered the more skilled, just barely. But Gumholt clearly takes issue with this assertion. In the middle of an audience, a latter bursts into my throne room and, clutching his sword hilt, cries, "Rodrigo, only one of us can claim to be the king's most skilled knight. Meet me outside and I will settle the question." He replies reservedly, "I would cut you to pieces where you stand if it was not for the presence of my lord, you reserved ogre. I apologize and I may spare your life. I better act quickly if this escalation is to be halted." So we say, may my best knight win, and they're going to be fighting to the death here. They'll have respect for us for allowing this to happen, but yeah, one of these guys is going to die. So very interesting situation here. We can say take the swords, give them training blades, but would a callous character want to do that? That result in the loser just being wounded instead. We can instead fight them both, say I'll humble them. Obviously I don't think we would do that. We don't really have high prowess, and while we're a brave character, we're not really you know, a character out there using the sword fighting everybody. It's not how we deal with things. We deal with things in a more indirect manner. Or we can say you are on the same side as a brave raffle character, probably wouldn't want to do that. So I say let them fight to the death. I think this would be entertaining for our character. So yeah, we'll let them fight to the death, and Rodrigo did win. So Gumpolt, the younger guy, actually lost. So already came into our court, and he's causing all kinds of problems here. Now we did already have a successor, and remember that was that Norse knight that we got. Okay, so let's take a look if we have anybody to succeed to this position. Oh, Rodrigo just automatically steps into that. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, well that fits, I suppose. No successor here for the Iron Knights. And because we have somebody we could invite, it's not even an option to look for one. Back up to level 6 on the Court Grader, and we have an event about a bloom in the wilderness. For the third night in a row, I'm sitting at the same table at the same inn. It has an excellent view of the bar and the captivating barmaid behind it. My daydream is interrupted when my spymaster, Duke Adrian, slams his tankard down on the table. I've seen you gawking at Berta all night. He whispers with a sly smile. I do not blame you. She is a winsome woman. Do you want me to make introductions? So yeah, she's a pretty young woman here. So you can say you know her. That would be perfect. This is an intrigue challenge here. And Duke Adrian would become our friend as well. Say I want to do it myself. Or I'm just here for the drinks. Yeah, why not? Yeah, we'll do this option. Because, I mean, while we have a soulmate, and we're certainly not like a particularly lustful character, we're callous and would not really care about other people's feelings. So we're not going to go like out hunting for women, but when an event like this happens, I could see us not really caring that we're cheating on our spouse. So I will say, you know her, that would be perfect. And it also has the additional benefit of making us friends with Duke Adrian, the Impaler. Which I don't think we have many friends. That might be our only friend. No, we have one other friend. Our aunt, the Queen Candida of Scotland, who is currently imprisoned. I've seen Berta turn down more advances than I can count, but thanks to Duke Adrian's introduction and relaxed demeanor, she soon opens up. I think she's shy. Yeah, she's shy, calm, and compassionate. The conversation flows smoothly. I did not expect to have so much in common with the barmaid. I only realize Adrian has left when Berta puts her hand on my arm and asks if I want a room for the night. A room for two, judging by the look in her eyes. So we can say just for the night, how about every night? And she'll become our lover. Or show me the way. We just lay with her, or I am flattered, but I just wanted to talk. I think we'll probably go with this one. I don't think that we're looking for like a permanent lover here. So yeah, we'll go with this option. And we'll see what happens. If anything, that might just be the end of it. So this is an event for our daughter to go to a play date with this Duke here. Yeah, sure, why not? Maybe she'll meet some friends. And the princess is also more likely to receive a better education. And we just keep on getting these unfortunate events here, which is hurting our income even more because of the debt problem that we have been in for a little while now. Here's a hunt event. So this is down here. It's not that far away. We'll be able to get there fairly quick. Not really any reason to go, though. There's also a grand tournament here, but I think this one's pretty far away. Yeah, I don't think we'll go to that hunt. And unfortunately, our friend died. Like, we immediately get the friend and he dies. Wow. He had cancer, though. So yeah, that's what killed him. Alright, so that's unfortunate. He did have his son inherit his titles here, his 2 counties and his duchy. Alright, so we need to replace him now in the council. That was a good spymaster we had there, so unfortunate situation. There is the one powerful vassal who wants a position, but he's not really great at intrigue. Yeah, he's not better than these two when it comes to either his diplomacy or his stewardship. But we could take a look and see if either of them are good. I mean, he would make an alright spymaster, Duke Roger, but we're spying on Duke Roger right now, so he obviously can't be our spymaster now, can he? So that won't work. So I don't think we'll be able to appoint this guy anywhere. We'll just have to appoint somebody who's good, which there's nobody really. So we'll probably just appoint this mayor here. So yeah, very unfortunate we gained that stress and our friend died. After finally getting a friend and he dies. Seems like it's just bad luck here. Shadow of Fame, Daylight. So a long time has passed since I decided to focus on emulating the fame of my dead father. Even longer since his death. It is stressful and demanding to step out of his shadow. I still feel the world judging me not by my deeds alone, but always in comparison to Kaiser Gerard. I feel like it hasn't been that long, honestly. I don't know how long it's been since I got those events, but it doesn't seem like that long. Just a few years. I know I'm respected, but is it enough? What more can I do to be remembered? To be more than my father ever was. So we say there's so much for me to achieve. And then we'll already lost this. We can gain this one. That's an even bigger bonus and even bigger penalty as well. Also get some stress. Or why bother? I'll live forever in Gerard's shadow. Yeah, we wouldn't do that. So yeah, we'll go with that one. This is really helping us build up our prestige though. We'll be moving up to illustrious soon, hopefully. And our wife is pregnant. I am surprised that it's her and not that barmaid we were just with. We again failed to sway the Prince Bishop. We really have no choice but to keep on working on him. Because we need the money and the levies. We'll mainly need the money. Still no secrets to be found here. Just can fabricate, which we just don't have the money for. Yeah, he might not have any secrets. I'm working hard to get one, but we're just failing there. And again, we just keep seeing these conflicts. This is what happens when you have a weak emperor. And so I'm wondering what this is over. Let's just take a peek here. What the conflict is actually about. Because he's going to take something from him. Looks like he's going to take a county here. Right up here. This is actually our county. Yeah, this is the Duke of Flanders. So I feel like we're going to have to join this conflict. I don't really want to. Especially with our money situation. But we're going to have to. And it looks like another counselor died. Oh, the Duke Roger just died. Well, how convenient. Although we kind of wanted him to wait to die because I was going to change up his contract. Maybe I should have just changed it up. We didn't have anything to grant him on that though. Alright, so you have a new character here. We don't really need to find secrets anymore. It looks like he has already moved. So we'll want to look for secrets somewhere else. It's not anyone really operating against at the moment. I guess you could try and operate against the King of France here. He's kind of older guy. Oh, interesting. He does not have a male heir. So it's going to be the Duke of Burgundy who's going to be inheriting this, making the French king significantly more powerful. Very interesting. So maybe you might want to spy on the Duke of Burgundy there. I don't know. What happens if he dies? Let's just take a look. Does he have an heir? He has a brother here. Okay, so he would inherit it. So it doesn't really change the situation up much. Yeah, he's a young guy here. It's interesting he didn't have any children. I don't really want an alliance with France, though. I was actually thinking about chipping away some of their territory. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get this Duke selected as our Chancellor. He is a powerful vassal, and he's not bad at diplomacy. So we'll hit him in that position. And as far as our Spam Master goes, I mean, there's not really anything we have to work on at the moment. I'm kind of getting sick of those events as well, just asking me to pay them money to get the strong hooks. So we're just going to have him disrupt schemes for now, since we aren't the most well-liked ruler. But yeah, I want to help out in this conflict, but yeah, we might have to wait a little bit because we don't have any money. So let's let it go for a little bit, and then we'll help out. It's not like we have to worry about him like seizing control of the Emperor unless the Emperor leads his own troops, which you'd hope not. He's a horrible commander. I don't think that'll happen because yeah, he's not going to siege his capital. So therefore, you're probably not going to see, which I don't even know where his capital is. That's all the way up here. Yeah, he's probably not going to march all the way over there and try and seize his capital. And so therefore, we probably don't have to worry about him just losing the war really quickly. So we'll help out in a little bit, guys. Yeah, just the weak emperor is a serious problem for the HRE. Let's go with the job done right. Hostile scheme success chance going to be increased. I'm sure we'll eventually find more people that we need to assassinate. And we had another daughter. Okay, so that's interesting. The first name we came up with is with Berta, which that is the name of the woman we just had an affair with. I wouldn't have named our daughter after her because it's just like a one-time thing, but because it was just the default name here, Let's just go with it. Why not? Clearly that's what our character wanted to name her. A hybrid culture was created. Alpine Bavarian hybrid culture. So this is the first trade event for our brother. So he got the raffle. Do we want to change that? Because remember, we have him going down the stewardship. So raffle doesn't really have held to that, but it doesn't really help him in that either. He could become brave instead, or stubborn. Stubborn actually does improve his stewardship. Yeah, why not? We'll have him become stubborn. And we don't need another angry character in our family, do we? Alright, so endless hearings. Not a day goes by without some inconsequential matter being brought to my attention in court. Today it seems like this count and this duke here. This is the Duke Berthold, so of Lower Lorraine. You know, that one that was our rival family for a time. Looks like he's dealing with another rebellion here. This is a tyranny war. Yeah, he's having a lot of problems. So they turn to waste my time with a petty dispute. They would have me believe this is an issue placing the very safety of the realm at risk, yet I cannot shake the feeling that they are largely overestimating the severity of the situation to feed their own ego. So you say guards, get these ruffians out of my sight, we'll lose opinion of both of them. I will teach you to waste the court's time. Kind of feels like what we might do since it's an intrigue challenge and we're an angry character. If we succeed, we gain dread, not that we need it. We're already pretty high as it is. We'll get weak hooks on both of them, so that could be helpful. And we'll get some intrigue lifestyle experience points. If we fail, we'll lose dread, lose prestige, and get critical stress level. Okay. Or you say, let me hear this one more time. Yeah, we wouldn't want to do that. So I think we would do this as an angry character. And they cower before my wrath. So we gain that dread, but most importantly, we got the hooks on these two characters. Okay, so let's see what we want to use these hooks for, because I definitely want to make use of them. Because they're just weak hooks, so we'd lose those. So you could revoke a title, but that would be an act of tyranny, even if you use a hook. Now, you know, we're kind of a tyrannical character, I suppose. So we might not even care about that. It's an option, but another option would be to just change their vassal contracts, which we have terrible vassal contracts at the moment, so it makes a lot of sense to change this up. We have some serious financial issues, and so that would make a difference immediately if we just increase our taxes. Could also do the forced partition, but I prefer to do that with like some of our vassals that have more territories. He's already going to lose these ones over here whenever the Duke of Flanders dies. So yeah, I think it's better to go ahead and change his taxes up, use the hook for that. Alright, so we'll do that. And then the other character should be in here. Yeah, this count here. So with him, let me just see where he's at. I don't even know who this count is. Oh, he's over here in Iberia. I see. Okay, so with this character, probably just going to change his taxes up as well. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. We just really need money, though. That's not going to make any difference here. Could change up the levies instead. And none of these really matter. I mean, maybe you give him these territories here once we win those in a war. Yeah, I suppose we can do that. But yeah, it's not actually going to help us at all. But the first one did. That got us some more money. So that's pretty helpful. Yeah, he is winning these sieges over here, the King of France is. Just trying to earn some money so we can at least fight for a few years before we, or maybe not a few years, but maybe 1 year before we go in debt. Kaiser Duvet's smirking face invades my mind's eye once again. I start to my feet and remove myself from the bonfire with poor excuses, pacing in the dark. I cannot drive that cur from my mind. The thought of him and his kin unchallenged, gloating in Docum. My God, I am the rightful ruler of the Holy Roman Empire. Kaiser Gerard's lands will return to us. Okay, so we can make this into a house feud. I don't think that makes a ton of sense, though. It should be noted that I think his heir is set to inherit. Like we looked at the imperial title here. I believe he did win the last election with just 2 votes, but that is enough. Yep, he's the #1 candidate here. So something to consider. It looks like House Salient also has a good chance to take over again. Actually, I'm surprised he didn't get enough votes here. He has 3 votes, but of course it's you know, dependent on how much each of those votes are worth. The Emperor has more. So yeah, he did not get enough, but he's close. Yeah, this would result in his family keeping the imperial title. So something to consider there. But I don't know if we would. I don't know that we'd have a house feud with such a irrelevant dynasty. I know they have the imperial title, but honestly, this is not an important dynasty. This is kind of lowering ourselves having a house feud with them, I feel. And so I think it's really just him. He's the problem. And so he'll become a rival. So that kind of changes things a bit. With the Emperor as our rival, he could act against us. Now, one thing we can do is try and steal artifacts. Something I hadn't really attempted before in a series, I don't think. So we could steal one of these crowns since we're claiming to be the rightful ruler. So we just take his crown. He who has the crown is the rightful ruler. Could steal the throne of Charlemagne as well. Let me just take a look at which one of these is best. So that's a percentage bonus on your renown. Well, that's just a straight increase. You also get a prestige bonus here. Men-at-arms maintenance would be really nice. Maybe we just try and steal the throne of Charlemagne from him. I'm not entirely sure how you steal a whole throne. But yeah, let's do that. Because we didn't have a scheme going yet. And that's what our character does. He does schemes. So it makes a lot of sense we'd attempt to do that. And what we could do is to go ahead and have our spy master support our scheme now. And just make that more likely to be successful. Although it hasn't changed at all. And the princess continues to benefit from our wife. So yeah, I want to do this war here, guys, but we've got enough to go to about 2 months at this point. And he blackmailed us to become our steward. Ah, that's a bummer. He's actually pretty good, though. So it's not the most horrible situation. But of course, that's going to piss him off because he was fired. And he's, you know, rightful liege here. Or a rightful council member. So might want to move him to the spy master position. I don't know. He's all right at intrigue. Yeah, I guess that's what we'll do. So Duke Adrian's son actually isn't too bad. He's not a powerful vassal, so we don't have to point him anywhere. But yeah, he's not too bad. He's decent in most of his stats outside of diplomacy here. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, what we'll do is just appoint him to this position instead. Piss off the mayor. That'll appease him to a degree. Try and keep him somewhat happy. But yeah, we got about 3 months worth of money here. It's just not enough, guys. And he's already won here. He's about to win there. We might just have to, yeah, we might just have to go into the negative and just try and raise up close and then do the battle here. How much longer can we stop the siege? Just 4 months. Doesn't take that long to raise up troops. So what if we just waited a little bit longer and then attacked here? I don't know how well this is going to go. But we could turn this conflict around. This is the Prince Archbishop Gottfried's hunt. So kind of far. I feel like we have other concerns right now. Yeah, we're not going to do any hunts. So yeah, we'll get 1 more month to the end of April here, and then we'll raise up the troops. Unexpected reunions. Alright, so we did get another event with Berta. So my lord, my heart would not know rest until I found you again. It is I, Berta. Surely you remember me, my sunshine. I cannot believe my eyes. The beautiful woman I stumbled upon outside my castle many moons ago has shown up at court. Well, we didn't really stumble upon her. Wasn't she a barmaid or something like that? She didn't have any, she didn't have any children or anything. So we can say, Berta, was it? You're welcome to stay here. We'll gain a lot of stress. Critical level of stress here. Because we don't want to be kind. Yeah, I think we just refuse her away as a Cal's character because we didn't invite her. She just showed up. It'll also reduce our stress. Well, it kind of helps us get rid of those stress issues. Alright, so we're just getting through to May here. And then we're going to go ahead and raise up these troops. And we got another council problem here. Not entirely sure what happened there. Okay, so yeah, we could just appoint some random character for now. Yeah, I'll probably just put this courtier in here because he's pretty good and we don't have to worry about pissing him off. I don't want to put the acclaimed knight in there. So I'll put him here for now. I don't know what happened. The other one, it looks like a lot of our powerful vassals must be children. Oh, okay, I see. So his father, I think, was deposed. Yeah. So he lost his position because he lost that rebellion. That makes sense. Alright, so his son has it instead, and yeah, he's only 10. So that's what happened there. Okay. So that dynasty is not having a good time of it. Alright, so let's go ahead and raise up our troops over here. We'll raise let me see, we don't want to be right next to it, so probably right here would be a good location here. And we still need to actually join the conflict as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, he would have actually made us the regent before we became rivals with him. He was willing to accept that. Can we not? Okay, we can't join his war. I was going to say, because I'm pretty sure that doesn't have anything to do with whether he likes you or not. So yeah, we've offered to join his conflict. And now we can go and raise up our troops here. And we're going to raise up the entire army. Slow this down. It's going to take 30 days. Okay. I guess it is pretty far from our capital. So hopefully I gave enough time to stop this. Yeah, we should be able to get there in time. Just barely. Now, given he doesn't win the war when he wins that siege, but then it'll be another location. We'll have the siege down. A mighty pen. So is this... Oh, okay, so this is increasing our martial. Well, let's take a look at it. Picking up the padded swords for a sparring match with my daughter, Metz. I notice a tattered journal on a sideboard. I guess I didn't realize that was her name. Did we name her that? I feel like that was her name before we... Yeah, you know, we might want to rename her. Metz? I can't even pronounce that. Probably mispronouncing it. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and rename her after do this event here. Because yeah, I think we had her before we took over as this character. But from the cover, it seems to contain exercises and best practices pertaining to the martial arts. She glances my direction. Oh, that thing. I mostly read it for the illustrations. You can borrow it. Alright, so increase our martial. Well, that's helpful because our martial wasn't exactly fantastic. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and change her name. Maybe change it to Adelheid. Yeah. Let's name her after her mother, because I don't think we used that name yet. I'll just make sure. Nope. Okay, so yeah, we'll use that. Alright, so still waiting for these troops to raise up here. Got about 2 weeks now at this point. And yeah, it won't take long to march there, but we'll see if we can get there in time. Didn't need to wait to raise up all the troops, but yeah. We're going to use them all because remember he's got a good chunk of troops here. We want to take a look and see if this is the commander we want to have in place. It is the best commander. Somebody wanted me to lead my own troops because we're a brave character. But we're not exactly great when it comes to the martial, and we don't have any commander traits. And it's just not what we do. So I don't know that we lead our own troops, guys. Not when we have such better options here. Like, I don't know that he would give us any bonuses. Because these are not rough terrain, and he's military engineer. So you might want to have the aggressive attacker instead, plus you get the army movement speed. You do lose some commander advantage. But yeah, that's one of the biggest bonuses here. Is the military traits, the martial traits. He might have already been the commander, I'm not entirely sure. So not a lot of days to get over here, guys. But it looks like we should be able to arrive. Let me just take a look. 3 days. Yeah, we'll get there in time. And he's gonna take off. He knows he's gonna lose this. So now he's gotta help. We also get the defensive bonuses from the buildings in the location. And we got an agent joining us in that scheme to steal the throne. More troops arriving too. And lots of agents joining. Like the Kaiser sucks. Alright, so this will really help. Yeah, it puts us into the positive here. Yeah, we're having to fight to protect the Empire. So, I mean, if ever there was an argument that we're the rightful emperor and not this false emperor who sits on the throne that he soon won't have, yeah, I think that's it. That we're over here defending the kingdom while he does nothing. Where is he? Where are his troops? See the emperor nowhere. Alright, so let's see if we can't engage these guys before we do the siege. I'd like to wipe out another army if possible. I mean, we didn't wipe them out, but force them to retreat. So we'll attack them over here. Should get another victory there. Kind of help out with the war score. Though we're already getting the plus 50% from battles. Okay. That one battle was enough, because it was a big battle. Well, this is interesting. We'll go ahead and read it. And we'll talk about the context here. So she is a woman now. It has been a good while since I saw my old heartthrob, Candida. Even after all these years, the thought of her as the subject of my childhood infatuation occupies my mind in the midnight hours. She is a woman now, and I cannot help but feel myself reaching for my quill when I think of her. Perhaps I ought to finally make my feelings known. So this is the only friend we have, who is also our aunt and the Queen of Scotland. So apparently, it was a little bit more than just a friendship. Well, that's interesting. We're the same age. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Aunt or uncle they're the same age as their nephew or niece or whatever. But yeah, that's interesting. Ooh, she was recently tortured. That's probably how she became a lunatic. She does have the pretty traits. Maybe that's why we're so infatuated with her. Wow, I had no idea that that's what this was. It's a little bit more than a friendship, huh? Okay, well that's interesting. So we can say, I will confess my love, or I must set aside these childish thoughts. And then we'll become lovers. I don't know, I just feel like clearly this is what he's thinking about, right? I know he's not a callous character, so... But I mean, yeah, I feel like that's exactly what we'll do. Yeah, we're going to become lovers with our aunt. Wow. But yeah, we just see the story events just kind of taking on life of their own here with this character. Alright, so we're already in the negative, unfortunately. But it seems that my feelings remain to be one way. Candida seems entirely uninterested in me as a lover, and I'm left heartbroken. I mean, it makes sense. So, does she have... Let me just take a look. Yeah, she doesn't have any lovers or anything, but she is our aunt. So we can say perhaps she may be persuaded, and we could try anyways. Or would our feelings just get hurt? And we just get angry? Yeah, I feel like might not be the most persistent character. You know, we would probably get upset and just give up on this. If she doesn't share our feelings, then yeah, we'll give up. And we did get a level of devotion. Alright, so that's helpful. So that gets us up to the faithful. And that'll help boost opinion with our Prince Bishop, which is probably still fairly low here. Yeah, it's still pretty low, so we're not getting all the money and levies from him that we could be getting. Alright, so we did win this conflict over here. Alright, excellent. So another nice victory. And the war score is now at 55% here. Oh, we got more from the battles. Okay, I was thinking we're maxed out at 50%, but yeah, we can actually get higher. So we're at 78% now. And so just taking this back might be enough. We'll have to see. Let me see how much he's getting from that. Okay, so he's getting 23%. So it wouldn't be enough. But it is necessary that we take it back. Although we probably don't need to have all these troops in this location. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. Let's go and split these guys up. Split the army up. And we'll do this ourselves. And take out the men-at-arms. And that is a big chunk of our army, isn't it? Wow, okay. So we'll take out the men-at-arms. And have them come over here. So we're not taking the attrition there. And then we'll want to flip these two. So we'll need to change this commander. So we get the military engineer bonus. And then have him take over with men-at-arms. Alright, so yeah, we'll do the siege first. But yeah, if we get another battle, guys, we're going to get that penalty. And we'll likely see other penalties here because we're sitting in debt. So it's not the most desirable situation. Kind of sucks, but we got to protect our territory here. So very unfortunate. We should get a bonus here with his opinion for sieging that. For taking control of that. I think. I guess we'll see. Because it's not his war. But another siege over here. So I have to put that down. But it looks like the Emperor's finally coming to play a role in this damn conflict. We have won the siege. We're now at 78%. So let's go ahead and have this army help in the battle. Well, this army is probably going to do a siege of our own. I don't want to get too far away from our troops. That might be his only army here. But yeah, just doing one siege might be enough. So let's actually go after this location here. Because yeah, you still got this battle. Oh, he's taking off. So yeah, he sees what's about to go down here. So we'll see if we are needed at all. I mean, obviously we're not needed. He's going to win the battle, regardless. Yeah, we can't engage him there, and I'm not willing to chase him down. And we don't need to help in that battle either. So let's just go back to here then. No reason to throw our troops in these battles if it's not necessary. Looks like the Emperor could probably take those out. Alright, so is this the attempt to actually steal it? No. Looks like we can try and micromanage it to gain some progress because it's going pretty slow. Yeah, I think we're just going to go with... I trust them to do their job. They got this. It takes a while to steal a throne, apparently. I suppose that makes sense. So we could, of course, go to these feasts because, I mean, we're not actually leading our own troops here, so there's no reason why we couldn't do the feast. But yeah, I just don't want to travel all the way over there. You know, we're not the most people person. Though we do need the prestige. Character has that goal of trying to become more prestigious than his father. Let's speed this up since we're just waiting for this to finish up, which it has, and we're at 96%, so we're almost there. So let me just take a look here. Yeah, we might be able to get enough from that battle. We'll have to see. We did get another entry perk. So this will allow us to do the abduct scheme. That's always fun. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, we can do this to imprison targets. And it's a pretty powerful scheme, honestly. It's one of the best things in here, in fact. And then when you get the twice schemes, you can have 2 hostile schemes. Obviously, we're already working on something now, but that's something we can do in the future. So it looks like the war is over now. All right, excellent. So I think we should probably just disband our troops now that the war's over. Yeah, let's disband our troops. We can't pay for these guys. So let's get them disbanded, and hopefully he'll end the conflict soon. And he's got the troops now to deal with this on his own. We really should be given something for helping out in this, honestly. I mean, you get, you know, the prestige and money from looting and stuff. We did increase opinion with him, but I mean, you should get like something else. But we got the 100 opinion, but it's kind of irrelevant because we're rivals. Although, look at that. We're rivals with them, and he likes us because of that plus 100. Due to how much we contributed, 100% of the war contribution, we basically won the war. So that's interesting that we can be rivals with the Emperor, and still he likes us so much. We'll see if he likes us this much after we steal his artifacts. Will he know? Will we get a notification about that? I wonder what happens when you have an artifact stolen from you. Anyways, that war is finally over. Thanks to us. And what happened to Magnus? Looks like a rebellion replaced him with his son. Okay, so another boy. Powerful vassal. So he was not in our court currently. He's in his son's court. Probably the best place for him to be, honestly. I'm disappointed with that. But it is what it is. So we need to place somebody else in our martial position. We've got only one powerful vassal. That's it. That's all we have. Everybody else is a child. So you can really put anybody here. You can just put this Baron here. This is the Baron Arnold of Solm, and he's really good marshal. This makes a lot of sense to put him in that position. You can also put our knight, the acclaimed knight, the Norse warrior in there. But yeah, he's better at the position. So I guess we'll put him in that place. Oh yeah, he's the one that was leading those troops. Is there anywhere that we need to increase control? I don't think so. Well, hold up. I thought we'd already increased control over there. Apparently something changed. That's money we could get. Let me see if there's any other areas. I mean, these areas haven't changed hands at all, so they should, you know, all have very high control, but I thought we had high control over the other area too, though. Okay, so yeah, it's just over here, because yeah, that's a pretty low control. It's money and levies and stuff we could be getting. I wasn't even aware that had happened. So it's going to work on that. And again, we failed to sway him. We just got to keep on working on it. Unfortunately, it's a really low chance, 44% chance. We're not the most likable character here. So it looks like this is the ending of the Shadow of Fame event chain. We just didn't get high enough, which is unfortunate because we got pretty high. We're illustrious. Yeah, we didn't get to the highest 2 levels, but it really feels like this is not bad. But anyways, today I woke up with a crushing thought. Despite years of efforts, my life's achievements still pale compared to my great father, Kaiser Gerard. I pushed myself, yet I'm still unable to escape the long shadow of his fame. Is this a curse that every father brings upon their children? Are we all born into a feudal race against the giants of the past? It's kind of frustrating because he's only 30. You didn't really give him a lot of chance to do it. It just feels like it wasn't very many years. That feels like that shouldn't work that way. Because you're getting the events every like year or 2. That doesn't even give you any time to do anything. So yeah, unfortunate. And plus, also, I just feel like this is not a bad level of fame as well. Now, one thing I did forget that we could do now, because we have a hook on the young Duke here, is we could actually increase his taxes. So why not? Now, of course, you could like force partition or something like that. But yeah, we need money, guys. So let's use the hook to get more money out of him. Anything to kind of help us out with our financial issues. Because yeah, our king here has some serious financial problems. Maybe this will help if he's willing to pay some money. He is. Alright, right when we need it, guys. So he's going to pay homage to us. And that'll get us out of this financial debt here. Also, our liege died. Did that stop the scheme as well? No, we still keep the scheme going. Or, well, maybe not. Because it has him on there instead. Okay, so let's just get rid of these. These are all claims on those artifacts, since we do have the claim on the imperial title. So therefore we get claims on all the artifacts as well. Which I think is why we can try and steal those artifacts. We did get a dynasty legacy. But yeah, I'm curious what's going to happen here. Yeah, we just failed. We do lose that stress, not much though. You know, with our rival dying, you'd think you'd lose a bit more. But yeah, his son was elected to the imperial title. We saw that was going to happen. Okay, so I feel like we are the rightful regent here. Currently his mother is, and that makes a lot of sense that she would be. But is there no way that we can demand that? Let me just take a look. There's got to be some way to get access to your liege's regency. Normally it's through your own regency's position here, but I'm not entirely sure how you access that if you don't actually have a regency currently. Well, I don't know how to access the screen, but there is the overthrow regent possibility here. So she'll become our prisoner, and we will be exposed for the crime of kidnapping. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do here, because yeah, if we abduct his mother, then that's a crime, and then he can just arrest us. That could cause some serious problems. If we arrest him though, you know, abduct him, then he's our prisoner, and then he can't do anything to us. And you can just keep him in prison, your own liege. And we'd be keeping the boy emperor prisoner, and I think that's a pretty interesting situation. If we're going to abduct anybody, that'd be who you want to abduct. And yes, it's a crime, but again, he can't do anything to you. Now, if he escapes, then it becomes a problem. yeah, you could just keep him imprisoned and then kind of do whatever you want there. That makes a lot of sense, given that our character feels like he's the rightful emperor, and now a boy sits on the throne versus a weak count who barely had any titles and couldn't defend the Holy Roman Empire. And now you got his son, who I guess has one. No, he doesn't even have an extra county. He's just got the duchy there. I suppose he's got the duchy because his father didn't even have that. But yeah, there's he's just completely weak, and he's 8 years old. So there's no reason for him to have that title in our eyes. So yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. Trying to abduct the emperor. Yeah, why not, guys? Let's just go ahead and have it happen now. This is the end of the episode, so we're able to see how this goes. But yeah, let's try and abduct the emperor. I think that makes a lot of sense. We do that. And you can see he's got a ton of agents who want to act against him. So while they are willing to help me abduct him, a ton of different vassals, they're not willing to try and get independence. So that's interesting. I wonder if there's another faction. If we could do like a claimant faction. It won't even let us do that though. Because you can create these ones. So it's not that we're already in a faction. So I'm not entirely sure why we can't create that. Maybe you can't do that in the Holy Roman Empire because it's an elective monarchy. It makes sense if they stop you. So I'm not entirely sure if you can do that or not. But yeah, just taking a look at who all joined this scheme. Because you see we had a lot of agents here. And one of them is the King of Bohemia. So he brings a lot of power. But yeah, you got one duke. Oh, well, this isn't based on their rank here. So you probably got a couple dukes. Yeah, a few dukes, including the Duke of Upper Burgundy here. All right, very interesting situation here, guys. Yeah, lots of counts and countesses. All these people willing to help us to abduct the young emperor. All right, so still not perfect chance of secrecy and success. So we could fail in that or be discovered. We'll have to see what happens there. Remember, we are going to go and continue down this branch here to try and finish one up for once. And so the next one is constant care. This is a disease resistance, a medium boost, spouse opinion, and fewer complications during pregnancy. We don't generally see a lot of complications during pregnancy, not anywhere near as many as you should see for it to be historical. Yeah, most of these aren't that great until we get to this level here. Of course, that's a fantastic bonus with the prowess and the increased skills with age. But this one's not bad either. Personal scheme success chance, plus 30% against dynasty members. So if you need to act against dynasty members, helpful. There's the House Paragon accolades, increased opinion with close family and dynasty. So if you're like keeping your family and your dynasty on titles, then it's easier to rule. But unfortunately, we do have to end the episode here. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one. And thanks for watching.